Hi, I'm David Mulligan with the Writers Bloc Virtual Channel Network. Glad to have you back. Let's jump right into Raiders of the Lost Ark, written by Lawrence Kasdan. Let's go to I Have 77. You know what? I don't know if this is from or Lawrence Kasdan or it's from Stephen or whoever. It's in this script. But at the top, Indy says, still searching. Actually, let me go back for a second. This is at the part where the plane has blown up. Sala has discovered Indy and Marion that they're alive and tells them they're taking the Ark out on a truck. And in the movie, he goes, "Truck? What truck?" Love that. It's really great. So now they're watching the trucks take off. And of course, there's a big convoy with soldiers and machine guns and all crap. And Marion says to Indy as they're watching, "How are you going to get that truck?" And Indy says, "I don't know. I'm making this up as I go." Well, I always like to think that that's actually the screenwriter talking, and he just stopped right there, and he's not gonna touch the script until tomorrow because he really doesn't know. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of funny. It's probably not that way. He probably already has it outlined, but still, it's kind of a good moment. And also, go down a little bit of the page. Just a piece of action description that I really like, and this is something that. When you write, you don't just want to write what happens, what they see and what they hear. You want to put a little bit of voice, a little bit of flair into it. At least that's how I feel. I don't know. I'll read it to you and you tell me whether you think it's better than the usual sentence. This is where he's on the horse and he says, "He tears along a parallel ridge like an Indian shadowing a wagon train." I like that. It's kind of nice. It's I don't know, it's nice. I don't know how to put it, but something to keep in mind when you're writing and you want things to snap. And I think that snaps. We get it right away in one sentence. You don't have to get all into the detail. You say it and you instantly know what they're talking about and moving on, you know? So, all right. What else do we have? Oh, I like this one. All right. Let's talk about characters. When you give a character a proper name, he's not just Agent 1 or the cashier or whatever, policeman. He's got a name. And in this case, if you look, I'm on 81. I don't know where you're going to be, but you can see it up here. A short distance away, the ship's captain, a handsome, powerful black named Simon Katanga, watches the rail smoking a pipe. And then we cut. And then we're on the open sea in the Mediterranean night. There's only one problem. He doesn't have any dialogue. We don't know who he is. We just see him. In the movie, they have a fantastic line. And I don't know I don't know who thought it up or when it was thought up or anything. But he says, to Indy, "Your cabin is my cabin." And then he says, "Indiana Jones, I have heard a lot about you," something to that effect. "You are exactly either way I imagined." And he laughs and walks away, which is great because Indy is all beaten up and he's limping and stuff like that. He looks cool, but he also looks like, he's in a lot of pain. So it's a great moment. So lesson learned. If you're going to have a character and you're introducing the character, especially if he's as interesting as Simon Katanga with his ship and all of that, his accent and all of that. One piece of dialogue is enough to introduce him. And you know what? You should spend a lot of time on that piece of dialogue. You don't just say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm the captain. Get on the ship. We got to go." Great and all. But if you can come up with a piece of dialogue that they remember for years after, even now, I must have seen the movie 20 times. And when I watched the movie with the script and all, I still laughed again. That's just great. So think about that. And I'm going to think about it too. It's not just for you. It's for me too. When I have a character and the character has a proper name, I'm going to think long and hard about what's the best way, one piece of dialogue, what's the best way to get his character across. And I think they did a great job because every time you see the captain after that, you like him. You want to see what he's going to do next, that sort of thing. At least that's how I feel.